Hello, welcome to my channel Qubit Educational Services. In this video we are going to solve the 7th question from the NEST 2020 second shift. This question is based on the coordinate geometry as well as the extreme values of a single variable function from derivatives. Alright, now to solve this problem I have opted a slightly different approach. I have used the rotation of axis, but don't worry, I have not used any complex numbers or matrices to rotate the axis. Okay, so here is how I have solved this problem. Let ABCD be a trapezium where AB is parallel to CD and AB is perpendicular to BC. Suppose the length of the sides AB and CD are 3 and 5 units respectively, and the coordinates of B and C are 2, 5 and 3, 7 respectively. So both the points are in the first quadrant. If A is a point on the side BC and AE plus DE is minimum, then the coordinate of E is, and we have 4 options, and except option 2, all of them have at least one fraction. Okay, so this is what I've done. Because I know that, or rather because we know that AB and CD are parallel to each other, and secondly BC is perpendicular to both of them, I have chosen B as origin, okay, BA as our positive x and BC as our positive y. Okay, now see, can we compute the distance between points B and C from the given coordinates? Of course we can. Okay, I have computed it here by using the distance formula. It has turned out to be root 5. So automatically the y coordinate of C will now become root 5, isn't it? Because it lies on the y axis that we have chosen, its x coordinate will automatically be 0. Now because AB is our positive x axis, if we find the distance between points A and B, well, they have given that the side AB has length 3 units, automatically the x coordinate of A will become 3 and y coordinate of A will become 0. Secondly, the length of side CD is 5, it's given in the problem, and because CD is along AB or parallel to AB due to the property of the trapezium, D is going to have the same y coordinate as that of C, and its x coordinate will be given by 5. Okay, and now we have to determine the location of point E such that addition of AD, the distance, well sorry, not AD, the addition of the distances AE and DE is minimum. Okay, but see, now there is only going to be one unknown here, and that is the y coordinate of E. Okay, now how to obtain the old coordinates from these, we'll talk about that later, but first let us try to find the value of y from the given set of coordinates. Alright, so what is the distance AE plus DE by the distance formula? AE will be root of 9 squared plus y squared, well sorry, not 9 squared, 3 squared plus y squared, or root of 9 plus y squared. Okay, what is DE now? Okay, it is going to be 25 plus y minus root 5 squares root. So we have now applied distance formula thrice here. Okay, BC, AE and DE. Okay, now comes the derivative part. Because we are looking for the minimum value of AE plus DE, we will differentiate it and equate it to 0. Okay, so apply the chain rule now, correct? 2 will go because derivative of y squared is 2y, and we already have 2 in the denominator of the derivative formula for root x. Okay, so 2 will go in both these terms. Okay, the next thing that you should do is you should take any one of these two terms to the right hand side and square. Okay, now squaring will get rid of the negative sign, so we will now have y squared into square of this, so 25 plus y minus root 5 bracket squared equal to y minus root 5 bracket squared into, now this root will go, so bracket 9 plus y squared. Now open the brackets and cancel the terms y squared into y minus root 5 bracket squared, and same thing will be there on the right hand side as well, y squared into y minus root 5 bracket squared. So I have cancelled those two terms here. Okay, so this leaves us an equation in y squared or y, which is 25y squared equal to y minus root 5 bracket squared into this 9. Okay, now simplify the terms. 25 by 9 will be y minus root 5 upon y the whole squared. Yes, which means if we take the square root, we will get plus or minus 5 by 3 equal to y minus root 5 divided by y. Now because in our new coordinate system, E has to be between B and C, or the y coordinate has to be between 0 and root 5, we take the negative square root. Okay, because then y minus root 5 will become negative, correct? So this is important. Otherwise we'll keep on trying with the positive square root as well. Okay, but let's now go only with the negative root, and we have now we have seen why we should take the negative square root. Okay, and if you solve this simple linear equation, then you are going to get the value of y as 3 root 5 divided by 8. Okay, so our part in the new coordinate system is now over. Okay, now if we were to find the distance BE, it is going to be independent of the choice of the coordinate system, and because B is our origin, the distance is 3 root 5 divided by 8, or if you want to square the distance, it is going to be 9 into 5, so 45, yes, 45 divided by 64. Yeah, distance B squared will be 9 into 5 upon 64, or 45 by 64 square units. Now what we will do is we'll go back to the options, okay, and try to find the distance between point P and these 4 points. Okay, and I have called them E1, E2, E3 and E4 according to the options. If I compute the distance between points B and E1, basically I have now calculated the square. It turns out that this distance is 5 by 4, okay, or the square of it, and hence because it is root 5 by 2's squared, E1 also happens to be the midpoint of BC. You can check it by the midpoint formula. So we have not yet got our answer, because what we want is 45 by 64 as the square of the distance, and currently it is 5 by 4. Okay, if you go to E2, it's very easy to find now, because in fact this is 3, 7, this point is C itself, isn't it? Because the coordinates of C are 3, 7, so this is clearly not the correct option, because the distance is root 5, and that is not what we have got. So let us check E3 now. Okay, and this is definitely going to give us the correct answer. If it is not E3, then it has to be E4, otherwise it will be E3. Okay, now B is 2, 5, and E3 is 19 by 8, 46 by 8. Okay, so I apply the distance formula now. 19 by 8 minus 2 will be 19 minus 16, or 3 by 8 bracket squared, plus 46 by 8 minus 5, or 46 minus 40 divided by 8, okay, or 6 by 8 squared. So it is 9 upon 64 plus 36 upon 64, which is 45 by 64. Okay, so we have successfully got our answer by shifting or changing the coordinate system, or by rotating our axis in clockwise direction. Okay, you can verify that, because we have to first shift the origin to 2, 5, and then we have to rotate it so that we have BC to be our y-axis. All right, yes, but nonetheless we have got the correct option by the procedure that we have followed. Okay, so it is option 3, because it is 3 root 5 divided by 8. So clearly E4 is not going to give us the correct answer, correct? Because see, both the x and y coordinates of E4 are between 2, 3 and 5, 7 respectively. Okay, 21 by 8 is definitely greater than 2 but less than 3. 50 by 8 is definitely greater than 5 but is less than 7. Okay, so there is no need to check for E4. We have got the answer, that is E3. So this completes question 7. For the remaining questions, you can see the video description. I have provided the links to the entire NEST 2020 solution. Thank you, and see you in the next video.